Hey, everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Dr. Angela Cudger, the founder of Legacy. Now, this channel is dedicated to the health, the wellness, and the healing of women over 40. If you're not over 40 and you love the content here, you're more than welcome to stay. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. I hope that you are going to enjoy this content and that as a result, you end up subscribing and binge watching all the other stuff. Now, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments. They mean the world to me. In this video, we're going to start off our series of the universal laws of abundance. So this particular series has to do with the metaphysical universal laws that govern our money and what we think in terms of money. In this video, we are going to be talking about the law of attraction. The law of attraction has everything to do with what we think about becoming what we bring about. There is a specific video on YouTube that talks about Slit Test, and we teach the Slit Test in one of our programs at Legacy and the Health Coach Training Program. The Slit Test, in essence, talks about how what we focus on becomes the thing that ends up showing up in our life. And the Slit Test talks about an experiment done in quantum physics that showed that when a person focuses on a specific thing, the matter shifts and changes when it knows that it's being watched or when it knows that it's being focused on. And so you can find that here on YouTube somewhere. It's called the double slit test. It's like a animated video, but it drives home the point of the law of attraction. Who we are and what we are is always a beacon broadcasting out to the things that we want to bring into our lives. And so when we think in terms of abundance, one of the things I always tell people to think about is, what does abundance look like for you? What does abundance look like for you? What if you had to define abundance? What does it look like, taste like, smell like, act like, is like? What is the beingness of abundance to you? For some people, when they think about abundance, the first thing they think about is money or financial gain. When I think about abundance, I immediately tie abundance to wealth. And to me, wealth goes way beyond money. There are so many other things that are placed in front of wealth for me that money is almost at the bottom of the list of those things. And here's what I mean by that. Wealth has a lot to do with knowledge, intellectual capability. Wealth has something to do with the connections of the people around you. Being in the right rooms can make you financially abundant as well. So wealth has to do with connections. Wealth has to do also, to me, with spiritual balance and purposeful alignment. All of those things know that I am serving the world properly, and in return, finances or financial abundance or the energy of money is going to pour back into me and into what I'm doing. So I ask you, how do you define abundance? In the comments below, what does abundance mean to you? Abundance means having a lot of something. And when I think about it, I always liken it to wealth. And wealth to me is significantly more expansive than actually having money or actually driving home the financial piece to abundance. Now, after you've given some thought to what abundance means to you, the next thing you're going to want to do is say, now that I know what abundance means to me, how can I focus my thoughts on that thing? So I'm always thinking about, so take my example of wealth as it relates to being in the right rooms, being in the right places. One of the things I literally said to myself the other day was, how can I put myself in the right room to make friends and make influence in the space that will allow me to create more abundance in my life? How can I basically, where are my next business partners, right? Where are my next people of influence? Where are my next coaches, right? Where are my next groups of people? As your life changes over the years, you're going to want to surround yourself with people who are doing different kinds of things in the industries that you want to be a part of, different kinds of things in the things that you love or that you want to enjoy more of, and different kinds of things when it comes to growth, personal and professional and spiritual development. You're going to want to make sure that you're sliding and strategically putting yourself right into the right place so that this can come up for you. So when we're talking about the law of attraction as it relates to this, the law of attraction is going to bring into your sphere, bring into your space the things that are going to align you with these right people. The moment I said that, within probably about 48 hours, I got invited to two very upscale events just out of the blue, right? And the notes that came along with this were, I'm needing to expand my network, and I'm thinking that you probably do too. I want powerful people in the place or in the room, and you are who I thought of. And so, literally, when you start to place your focus on the abundance and what abundance means to you, the law of attraction starts to bring the opportunities for these things to align right into your space. So, focusing your thoughts is so important. There are several ways to be able to focus your thoughts. And I know if you're like me or like anyone else, lots of thoughts fly into your head at any given time during the day. But one of the things you have to stop and start to and do to yourself is just talk to yourself. I know that might sound weird, but nowadays you really do need to talk to yourself. The reason why speaking to yourself is important is because you can start to speak things into existence when you talk and have these conversations with yourself. As these thoughts start to come into your head, if you've got thoughts of fear, doubt, worry, complain, the thing that you have to remind yourself of is, especially if you're someone who's still thinking of complaining about something or complaining about another person, one of the things you can think of is saying, they're on their journey just like me. Whoever they are has nothing to do with me. I always say this to myself. They're on their journey just like me. Even if somebody cuts me off in traffic, they're on their journey just like me. And what they do and how they react has nothing to do with me. I am my own person. I am on my own journey, and how I react and who I am is my decision. Speaking to yourself in this way will eventually allow you to be able to empower yourself to think more abundant. Now that you understand how this works, what abundant things can you say to yourself? How can you begin to ask yourself questions like, how can I make an extra $10,000? How can I put myself in the right rooms to make connections for my next multi-million dollar business deal? You want to start asking yourself these kinds of questions. I know, and if you're someone who can't think beyond a certain amount of money or a certain type of caliber, you really want to ask yourself those questions that say, where did I get my ideas about abundance? Where did I get my ideas about growth? Who was the person who cemented these ideas? And then let yourself have the experience of understanding where your thoughts from abundance came from, and then how you can begin to shift that, and then tell yourself, I deserve inexhaustible rich substance to pour beautiful experiences and people and things into my life on a consistent basis. In our later videos, we're going to go in detail in this series about, well, how do you walk this out? Where do I go regularly? What do I do on a regular basis to start to kind of seduce these things into my environment and bring these things into form for me? There are so many things that you can do, small things that you can do to start to become, feel, and think way more abundant than you already do. And then the last thing you want to do is you want to ask yourself questions about all of this. Like I said, where did I get my ideas of abundance and money from? What does abundance mean to me? And then once you start to ask yourself these kinds of questions, you will have the thought processes around how you develop these. And then you definitely, if you haven't already yet, watch the video on the letting go bath the releasing bath, to let go of any limiting beliefs or any limiting thoughts or anything like that. Now, if you stayed around this long, thank you so much for listening to this video. If you haven't already yet, please take the opportunity to subscribe to our channel. You know we love it. Kind of something like this. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure that you're staying abreast of everything on our channel, and be sure to turn on your notifications so that you know when we post new videos. Also, know that there are several ways to tap into our community. We like to think of Legacy as the Harvard of holistic health education, where we believe in excellence in holistic health and learning, or nothing at all. If you want to tap into any of our retreats, get on our mailing list so that you get motivation regularly and see when new courses and new things in our store drop. Please look down in the comments and tap into our community. You can go to one of the pages, any one of our pages, and just go and subscribe to our newsletter, and then all of the goodness will start pouring into your inbox. Don't worry, I hate spam And I know you do too. So you definitely won't get anything from me that doesn't have tremendous value already pouring out of it. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much for watching.